Alright, it looks like it started now. Yeah. 2 people have come on.
Okay.
4. Okay, good.
Yeah, I think we'll just give it a minute or two just to... Because I know with Isaac's that they all kind of start pinging in, hopefully.
We're at 15.
It's gone from 2 to 15. That's good.
16, 17.
How's it going now?
17.
17. It's time, one past.
You might looking this way too if you wanted to look from the jetty, but it might
Yeah.
get harder.
Maybe, but we'll try at the end maybe.
To us, I can hear us.
Alright, good afternoon everyone and welcome aboard Strannik. So I'm obviously Aaron from Wild Earth Travel and I'm really pleased to be coming to you today from aboard Strannik here in the marina in Littleton. So looking forward to sharing the Strannik, which is a purpose-built expedition yacht, with you this afternoon, walking you through the vessel, taking you around, showing you everything that she has to offer, and of course also talking a little bit about where Strannik's going to be exploring over the coming months as she spends the winter and early part of summer around the southern coasts of New Zealand. So Strannik is actually my father's yacht. It's his retirement project, and it was purpose-built as an expedition yacht on the basis of his years of expedition leading, designed to go virtually anywhere in the world, operate for significant periods of time in remote areas, provide a really comfortable and practical base to explore the world from. So we're on the bridge of Strannik at the moment, and you can see really nice, big, spacious bridge. It's a fully enclosed wheelhouse or bridge, which is a default public space on board the vessel. There's the 2 big captain's chairs, plenty of seating in the bridge here as well, and just a great view around the world as you navigate around aboard Strannik, and if you can imagine sailing through the Fiords or up the Marlborough Sounds, places like the bridge here is one of the great vantage points on board. All the latest in terms of navigation equipment and the like to enable the Strannik to explore in areas which have limited soundings. It's got all the modern depth sounding equipment, full electronic chart system, so there's a full suite of electronics equipment here to enable the most to be made out of any expedition exploration. Strannik's able to take a maximum on a regular basis of 8 guests, and we'll head down shortly to the cabins. It can take a few more by arrangement, but it was designed as a purpose-built for small groups to get out and explore the wildest corners of the natural world, and we're lucky that New Zealand has some of those around our coasts. So if you follow along with me, we'll start making our way from the wheelhouse down towards the main dining area. So just a short flight of stairs takes you down into the main dining and lounge area on board. So main dining area through this area here, with plenty of seating for any times when you're not up on the bridge and wanting to spend a few quiet minutes reading a book or talking with your fellow travellers. There's plenty of space, as you can see, as we make our way through into the main lounge. Just behind me, over around as Lucy's going to pan around, is the galley on board, and at the moment they're just preparing Strannik to set sail for Stewart Island, where the first of its New Zealand expeditions are going to be taking place. So quite compact, but with everything you need to prepare food in an expedition setting. When they're operating the expeditions, there will be a cook or chef on board preparing the meals for the expeditioners who are travelling. So while we're inside, we'll continue on with the internal tour of Strannik before we head on out to the outside decks. Just a comment on the food is that the food's all New Zealand food, really well prepared, wholesome meals to get people out and powered up for their exploration. So from the lounge area, which we're in now, we're going to head down a flight of stairs to the forward accommodation area, which is where the cabins are for the expedition guests on board. So head on down this way. So welcome down to the accommodation area on board Strannik. There's 4 cabins here, and we'll have a look at both of the cabin layouts, so you're able to see what life aboard the Strannik's like. So 4 cabins in the main accommodation area here, and if we head first of all into the cabin here on the port side, so a nice example of one of the possible cabin configurations. Here the cabin's been configured with a large double bed in the on the lower bunk and a single bunk above. So plenty of space, really quite a spacious yacht cabin, and there's also a private bathroom on board or in each cabin as well. So we're just panning around in here into the private bathroom. You can see separate shower. One really nice feature is the showers have their own opening portholes, so you can let the fresh air in while you're enjoying your shower aboard Strannik. Each of the bathrooms quite similar in terms of their layout and design. There we are, just having a wee look out the porthole. Obviously not the best view at the moment. We're in the marina, but very soon going to be heading out into the wilds and expedition cruising. The other nice thing about these cabins is there's excellent storage space. Behind the door here you've got several cupboards, the drawers, so plenty of space to store all your expedition gear. If you are voyaging aboard Strannik, then there are soft bags which are provided as well, just to enable you to bring your gear with you and have them able to be packed away nice and easily. So that's part of an expedition aboard Strannik. We'll just head now across the corridor. So heading across, this cabin here is a mirror image of the other, but you'll see the beds in this case have been configured as 2 lower single beds with the single bunk above. So these 2 cabins can be configured. This is on the starboard side, and these 2 cabins, which are the first 2 down the stairs, can be configured as either the large double / queen lower berth with the single above, or as I am here with the 2 singles and the 1 bunk above. So several options there, and they can be configured by request in either configuration. As with the other one, another again has its own private bathroom as well, which is again very similar to what you saw aboard in the earlier cabin that we looked in. Alright, then continuing on forward, 2 more cabins. So as I mentioned, 4 cabins on board in total for expedition guests. These are cabins just slightly smaller than the first 2, with a smaller double on the lower bunk or lower berth, and the single on the upper bunk. This is a fixed configuration, so the cabin is always configured as you see it now, and there's two cabins in this configuration. And again, if I pop out of the way, you can see the bathroom there as well. Again, just a couple of other things to point out is we had the opening portholes in the bathroom, but the cabins have their own opening portholes as well. So if you are cruising somewhere where you want the fresh air to come on in, then you're able to open the portholes individually in each of the cabins, and fully air conditioned and centrally heated through the venting as well, if that's what's desired. So that was the cabin area down here forward on Strannik. We'll head out this way and make our way aft. So this is just returning back up to the lounge again. You can see the short flight of stairs to take us up to the main lounge salon. And just the nice big picture windows that give great views around the scenery as you navigate through the world. We'll just quickly hop down to the stern here. Rodney wanted me to show you the engine room, the beating heart of the vessel, so to speak. So we'll just hop down into the rear area, and you can, for those of you who like seeing engine rooms, see that it's all there and in working order. So very as you'd expect with a brand new vessel, nice modern new engine room, main John Deere engine here, generators on either side, and as I've mentioned, everything's very much intended with a lot of replication in the system, a lot of duplication, and the ability for Strannik to be able to go to sea for extended periods of time. There's water makers and everything else that you might need to be away from port for a significant period of time. If engine rooms are your thing, then I'm sure when you're aboard, Rodney will be pleased to share that further with you. Okay, so once again we're back up in the main lounge, and I'll just take you on outside now to the outer decks. Maybe a little more noise as we explore around the port, or we are out in the port. So this is a really nice enclosed area here on the stern. Canvas covers around the side. You can't see behind all these boxes quite so easily with the packing that's underway, but there's big bench seating right around the sides here to provide great area for sitting as you're maybe at anchor during the evening. Nice covered and protected area in the stern here, and Lucy follows me in this direction. So obviously a big part of any expedition, any voyage is getting out in the Zodiacs and the tenders to head ashore. Up here we've got the main Naiad, which is the main vessel for coming and going from Strannik. And if you head on down the stairs here, when it's in the water, this is where you would board from. So there's a really nice marina here on the stern platform that drops down. So it's here that you'd be coming and going from the Strannik with the Naiad to make landings in all those areas like Stewart Island, Fiords, and even up into the Mulgra Sounds. You can see just a great area to enjoy the sea from. If you're doing a little bit of fishing for dinner, maybe going for a swim, the stern platform's the spot to head to in the first instance. Going to continue out, so we might get out into the drizzle here in Canterbury today. So walk around deck on the sides here. And we're now forward of the wheelhouse, so the bridge where we started our tours right here beside us. Great big large foredeck here, great for wildlife viewing, and a really nice area to explore and enjoy the scenery as you navigate through the fjords from. So you will notice that there are sails and masts aboard Strannik as well. So she is a motor sailor, designed to be sailed and or motored. Motor is the primary form of motion, but the sails are there and are made use of as and when the conditions are suitable and there's the opportunity to do so. So full sailing rig on board as well. And what we'll do is we'll just retrace our steps on the room here with just another set of short stairs brings you up onto the upper deck. And really large, expensive deck. At the moment they've got the kayaks out. There's also a second Zodiac which is stored up here during expeditions and available for getting out exploring. And forward to this great viewing sun deck here on the fly bridge on the upper level. So you can imagine they've got a full replication of all the bridge controls here, so Strannik can be navigated from the fly bridge. Also a great area on a nice day to spend some time out wildlife viewing or enjoying as we make our way through the scenery. So that's Strannik. You've had the tour, explored your way around what is a great small vessel for exploring New Zealand and the New Zealand coastlines, designed to explore the world, but planning to be aboard and around the New Zealand coasts over the coming months. There's a season of voyages planned now, starting in just a week or two's time down in Stewart Island. From Stewart Island, the Strannik will be head round to Fiords, and we've recently just released the sailings with a winter schedule of sailings exploring the Fiords. The intention with Strannik and for those voyaging on board is really an in-depth exploration. So if you look at the itineraries, which we'll be posting out shortly, some of you may have seen already, is that the intention is always to take a little longer, provide the opportunity to explore further. So things like the 14-day voyage along the coast of Fiordland, starting in Preservation Inlet, and visiting all the fjords all the way north to Milford Sound in the north. And then continuing right through until November, December this year, when Strannik will find your way up into the Marlborough Sounds once again. I was aboard up in the Sounds during Christmas just past, and certainly a great platform to get out and explore from, anchoring up in the small bays as you can in the fjords as well, and then setting out to make landings and explore ashore from there. So if you're interested in any more details on Strannik, we'll be posting the brochure online shortly, and also able to send you through any further details. If you drop Wild Earth an email, we can send through the full details on that. The other thing I should say is with the group of just 8 on board at a time, it's a fantastic option for those looking for a group of friends or family to explore together. The Strannik's available for private charters right through that season, including Stewart Island, Fiordland, and up into the Marlborough Sounds. So if you are interested in any options for private charters, customising the itinerary and really focusing on what you're interested in, or just making sure it's yourself and your friends aboard only, then again make sure to be in contact with the Wild Earth team, and we can get the options through to you and walk you through the various options that are available.
Cool.
Now, if anyone's got any questions at all, by all means ask away, and we'll endeavour to answer those. We'll be here for a minute or two, or of course happy to get any questions from you back in the office on email or by phone.
No questions, but a few people saying thank you. Where was she built?
Where was she built? So Strannik was actually built in China, just outside of Hong Kong. Canadian designed, and it's supervised by Australians. But Rodney and his team spent 18 months up in China overseeing the construction of Strannik. She was finally launched about 18 months ago now, and her inaugural voyage was actually to the Russian Arctic, venturing up into the high Arctic last northern autumn, before heading on southwards and finding their way to New Zealand earlier this year.
Okay, and Sue Mist is asking where we are moored. So, in Littleton, Christchurch. And that's it. We're about done.
Alright, so I think there's no other questions at the moment. As I said, more than happy to discuss any details further with you after this, so just make contact with the team at Wild Earth, and thank you for joining us.